Good morning and happy Tuesday to you guys. Hope everybody had a great 4th of July last week and enjoyed some of my favorite things, freedom, food, family, and fireworks. But this week, I'm excited to dive into the data with you and give you the monthly market update for July 2023. Before we look at the data, I just want to give you a quick tip. Last month, we looked at buyers and septic inspections and kind of what to look out for there. Sellers, this tip is for you this summer. If you are looking to list and sell your home, the way that you're going to get the best profit these days really is kind of a chain of events. All right. So the more views you get online, the more showings you get. The more showings you get, the more offers you hopefully get. And obviously, the more offers you get, the more money you're going to walk away with at the end of the day. And so, one of the ways that you can optimize your listing, that you can attract the most qualified and capable buyers, get the most traffic, is by simplifying your staging a little bit. Less is more when it comes to online presentation. Now, obviously, there's some situations where you got like a big open space. We're gonna have to put a little more furniture in there and stage it. But for 90% of the houses that you see on the market, the less personal stuff you have in those pictures, the more simple that space is, the more easy it is for that buyer to envision themselves in your home. That's what you're looking for. If you're looking through pictures on Realtor.com or Zillow and you see a cluttered listing, chances are that house isn't getting a lot of showings. All right. So if you're prepping your house for sale this summer, keep in mind less is more. All right. So with that in mind, we're going to dive into the data. I'm going to work quickly. We're kind of seeing a little bit of a plateau in a lot of areas. So the first piece we want to look at, market's still very seller friendly, and month supply shows this. Last month, we saw the range of month supply anywhere from 1.8 in Henderson County as the lowest amount of inventory to 2.6 month supply in Haywood County as the highest inventory. Again, keep in mind anything under 3 in this metric means it's a seller's market. There's more buyers for homes than homes available. This month, we saw those numbers pretty much stay sideways. All right. We didn't see a whole, I think each number, each county stayed the same. Again, 1.8 is the low in Henderson, 2.6 is the high in Haywood. So pretty much your inventory levels are staying about the same. All right. They're still low. Houses are still selling. There's still more buyers than homes available. Next thing we want to look at is the days on market, right? We keep this in mind whether you're buying or selling. And we've seen a slight uptick in that from May to the June stats. So in May, a home in Buncombe County sold in 8 days on the low end, and a home in Transylvania County sold in 15 days on the high end. So 1 to 2 weeks is kind of what you could expect it to take for your home to sell. In June, we saw a slight uptick across all 4 counties. So now Buncombe County is still leading the charge at 9 days. Transylvania County is still the longest at 17. We're still looking at about a week and a half now to 2 weeks. In general, we're seeing some homes sit a little longer than they may have used to. There's still those situations where you have a bidding war and a house sells over the weekend. That does still happen. But in general, you're seeing the market cool a tad, just kind of plateauing a little bit and cooling a little bit. Still, things are selling pretty quick. Still very seller friendly. If you list your house and you price it right, it's going to sell in 2-3 weeks tops. But the bidding wars where it sells in a weekend are becoming more and more infrequent. Next piece of data we want to look at is the percentage of price. Okay, so this is the sales price as a percentage of the original listed price. So in last month's update, you saw things selling for between 96.3% of their listed price and 99.3% of their listed price. So in Buncombe County, you might get a 1% discount if you're lucky. In Transylvania or Haywood, you might get a 3-4% discount if you're lucky. We're seeing those ratios come down a little bit too. Again, not much. That goes back to that market cooling a little bit. We had a market for a long time where interest rates were really low. It's pretty much like free money to buy a house. And a lot of people were moving. With interest rates being a little higher, you have sellers who are a little less excited about letting go of their house and having to buy at a higher interest rate. And you also have, still not a lot of homes on the market. So you've got kind of these competing interests in the marketplace. But in general, it's still pretty much a house, if it's priced right, is going to sell for what it's listed for. Buncombe County and Henderson both are selling at 98.7% of their listed price. So, percent and a half off is about all you're going to get in those two. Haywood and Transylvania are at 96 and change percent. So In general, still more seller friendly than buyer on negotiations, but you are seeing sales prices come off a fraction of a percent of what they were. Not a huge change there. Sales prices did about the same as percentages. So looking at median sales prices, last month we had anything from 347 and change in Haywood, 460,000 in Transylvania, 425,000 in Henderson, 465,000 in Buncombe. This month, those figures stayed relatively the same. Henderson was the exact same at 425. Buncombe and Transylvania had a slight downtick. Buncombe County, you're seeing a typical sales price around 460,000, around 453,000 Transylvania, and 350,000 in Haywood. So overall, if you look at all four of those factors, you kind of see a market that has cooled and plateaued a little bit. For a long time, real estate prices kind of went up, 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 up. Days on market came down, 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 down. And now we're seeing things where they're more stabilizing. So it's more of a stabilizing market, which is just good to know. Whether you're looking to buy or sell, it's still a good time to do either one. You just want to kind of keep market conditions in mind and have your steps planned out. So if I can help be any service to you, help you interpret this data for your particular house, your particular situation, your particular life, let me know. I'm here and happy to help anytime, and go and make it a great day today.